Hey guys, how you doing? Just got off my private jet. Here to make another video. So we all know at least one flexer, right? And it could be annoying, obnoxious, but at least, right, with most of them it's like, okay, fair enough, you made your money, you've done well for yourself, congrats man. But with the guy we're about to look at, there's none of that. There's nothing... There's not even that redeeming him. There's not even the rice gum excuse.
I remember I was broke, I couldn't dress a lot.
Okay, so the video we're looking at today is Life of a Billionaire's Son by Bobby Minsner. But yeah.
Your life is like a movie, and you're the main character. So why wouldn't you make it the greatest movie you've ever seen?
Because I don't get $100 million as a birthday present, that's probably why.
We all like a bit of a good life. Some the money, some the drugs, others the sex game, the glamour, or the fame. But a rock and roller, oh, he's different. Why? Because the real rock and roller wants the fucking lot.
Okay.
Who is Bobby?
Doing your mom, doing your mom, doing your mom,
Basically a little bit of a misfit kid.
doing your mom, doing your mom, doing your mom. You know we straight doing your mom,
A kid who has everything.
doing your mom, doing
Bobby likes to live life fast. Fast cars.
your mom, doing your mom, doing your mom, doing your mom.
You guys, this is so relatable. Don't you know that feeling when you're a bit of a misfit, a bit of a rascal, just driving down the street in your dad's spare Mercedes? This beautiful Mercedes, by the way, like, gorgeous. I relate to that. I wish.
Doing your mom, doing your mom, doing your mom, doing your mom, doing your mom. You know we
Parties.
straight doing your mom.
I'm doing your mom, yes yours. First order in the Walmart, picking out your drawers. Big Dolly Park.
My life hasn't always been like this. I was born in Australia and I was raised by a single mom because my parents were divorced at a very young age. My mother has to be the sweetest person I know in the world. Not having a dad around, I misbehaved a lot. She always saw me as a perfect child, so I got away with a lot more than I should have. This meant that I had to move to a lot of different schools, 10 to be exact. I didn't grow up rich and I didn't grow up poor. I was fairly average, and I didn't know my dad had a lot of money until I turned 15. This is when he sold his company for $300 million. Then my life changed forever.
You guys, I'm kind of like you. I haven't always been rich, okay? It came a bit later in my life, at the very old age of 15. You know, the very mature, developed age of 15. That's when I got my $100 million as my birthday present, you know? Don't you know that feeling when you get the trust fund of fucking however many $1 trillion at 15? I know that feeling. Yeah, don't you know that feeling when your 15th birthday present is a Mercedes you can't even drive yet? Yeah, don't worry, buddy. We're on the same wavelength here. Oh, God, I wish.
We got a villa in Saint-Tropez,
Burning hair like an 80s prom queen, but her ass was looking good all up in them mom jeans.
penthouses in Monaco,
I approached her in the check
a home in London,
out line and said, "Damn,
super yacht,
baby, what's up?" She had 2 gallons of milk and I was staring.
private jet with our family name on the tail number.
Bring the paper.
Is this making you relatable? Like, you can tell he's kind of half trying to spin it in this, like, your humble direction, and he's half just trying to show off. Because I'm not too different from you. I've only got one private jet.
I've always hated how just because someone is born into a family of wealth, people automatically label them as a spoiled brat. Yes, my dad has a private jet, and I love flying in it. Yes, my dad has a mansion and cars, and I love making videos with them. Who wouldn't? But I have never pretended that those things were something that I earned. And I recognize that my dad is the one who worked hard for them. This is why I have the ambition to work hard enough to achieve a successful life of my own and break the stereotype of all rich kids being lazy, spoiled, and relying on their trust fund.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. That's very reasonable. That's very level-headed. I'm sure he won't contradict it in about 2 seconds.
And break the stereotype of all rich kids being lazy, spoiled, and relying on their trust funds. If I was going to survive in this world, I needed 2 things. 1, discipline. 2, friends in high places. So I was sent to one of the world's most elite boarding schools called Millfield, a school attended by countless athletes, bankers, CEOs, politicians, royalty, millionaires, even the pop star, Ella Eyre. And then there was me, a delinquent, rebel, outsider, misfit. But this time, I wasn't alone. There were many other kids just like me. We'd all been sent there for reform. And we weren't about to let that happen. We spent the next 2 years at school, bending and breaking the rules in every way, shape, and form.
I believed in you, man. I didn't, but you know, some people might have. Right, so you've just said, I'm not your average rich kid, okay? I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna make my own, you know, success. Okay, very cool, right? Very cool, nice. But then, when your parents send you to this expensive, like, nice, what's the word? Prestigious, that's the one. Prestigious school. Right, now this is coming off the heels of this.
1, discipline.
And then almost in the same breath, he's just talking about, yeah, I broke every rule, man, and he's bragging about breaking all the rules. That's not what comes to mind when I think hard work and discipline.
Some of us decided that on my 18th birthday, we needed to skip school and go to the south of France to party. When we got back, the whole school was talking about it, and I was asked to leave, along with 25 others that week. I was finally free. I never...
I can't swear, but I really, really want to. Right, so I had to have hard work, discipline. I'm gonna smash the stereotypes about billionaires, kids, you know, rich kids. We're not all like this, right? So that's why I went out, partied in like Italy or whatever, and got expelled. Brilliant, awesome, yep. And then he talks about how free he felt. What are you going for? Are you going for the I work hard, or I, you know, f around and party with my dad's money? What's your angle here? It's the most hypocritical video I've ever seen. In one breath, he's, guys, I'm gonna work really hard on my brand, and I'm gonna really, really break these stereotypes about rich kids, man. And in the next breath, yeah, I'm gonna fucking party in France, man. I'm gonna fucking, yeah, dad's trust fund, hell yeah. Yeah, I swear, like, no matter what, if you're that level of rich, unless you really crack down on your kids, they're just gonna be such pricks.
So, if I was going to create my own world, I needed to know how to make money. And since he knows how to do that better than anyone, I began to work for one of his companies at Abbey Road Studios, London. It's where the Beatles recorded. These 2 years gave me more knowledge and experience in business than any university could have.
Wow, it does seem like you've got it really hard, okay? Like your dad hooked you up with your first job, getting experience at a studio, like it's on my first job. It's not a KFC job. It's not a Subway job. It's nothing like that, right? It's a job at a studio that your dad owns. Like you're the owner's son. You're that asshole.
When I first moved out here, I imagined my life to be like a movie. Girls sipping cocktails by the swimming pool, fast cars through the hills, the craziest parties. Guess what? Most of it came true.
Yo, fuck you too then. You're not even trying to go for the humble route anymore. It's just, yeah. Yeah, I had wild parties. There were heaps of girls. I get so much. That's his pickup line as he just goes to a bar. Hey, you know what my trust fund is worth, baby?
Ever since I found a love for film, I finally knew what I needed to do to make my dreams become a reality. So I started a YouTube channel. I also partnered with my best friend Brandon to create Candyland Productions in order to make a living out of something we love.
It's, of course it begins with the company, you know, it begins... I don't know why that's annoying to me. It just, like, he couldn't just begin like the rest of us, just making the video. I don't know why that's annoying to me, it just is. Maybe I'm just too in love with the whole, you know, classic YouTuber story that makes videos in his bedroom, blows up a little bit, until he has the budget to film outside of his bedroom. You know, that's character development. I don't know why that's annoying to me, just is. Anyway, move on.
Since Brandon and I also love fashion, we decided to create our own brand. One that represents the kind of kids we are. Misfits, delinquents, creatives, individuals, filmmakers, different, destructive, crazy, ragers.
What is that list of things? What? Like, at least Logan Paul with his one is like, mavericks, people who think different. Right, there's some clear branding there, okay? There's clear branding. It's shit, but it's clear branding. But with this, well, what are some of the things he's listing off?
Misfits, delinquents,
Misfits.
creatives, individuals, filmmakers, different,
Where does filmmakers even fit into that? What? Just throwing every word in there. Just hoping one of them will, like, relate to someone.
destructive, crazy.
Destructive? Destructive? That's not a very marketable term, is it? You just have a shirt with the word demolitionist on it. Like...
Crazy ragers, so that when you
Crazy ragers. Ragers. Who even uses that word? Yeah, man, I'm a bit of a rager.
wear our clothes, it makes you feel like you're conveying a message of who you are. Anyway, I can only hope my story has inspired you to follow your dreams. Be more creative. Not care what people think about you. Think differently.
It hasn't. It really hasn't. It's not a very motivational story. No, it's the story of a guy who dropped out of school because he knew he didn't need to try, and then he just went and made some t-shirts with some stuff about demolition on them or something. Just a very long, speech about how amazing his life is, and then a merch plug. It's like a Jake Paul video. Right, and let's see his Instagram. Right, there's a lot of black and white pictures, a lot of, artsy, ooh, I'm an individual. I'm very judgmental, I've just realized that. And he also does these vlogs, which are just very boring.
Pretty cool party. That was a cool one. Bitch! This guy was there. Shaq West?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He was here tonight.
You didn't see him?
No way.
Yeah.
Brandon's gonna die.
Hey dude, that girl was at the party last night. Just put some effort in. Why are you just mumbling to each other? Imagine being the person editing this. You're the person editing this, aren't you? I see why you're so depressed now.
We've just got news that Dan Bilzerian is having a house party. We're trying to pull everyone we can right now.
Everybody know I'm better. Hey, yeah, I'm better.
Okay, why would you include that in the vlog? That's just a bit sad. Yeah guys, my life is pretty sick, man. Look at the party I didn't get into. Like, why would you include that? Right, like they could just cut the footage out. Spin it in a kind of self-deprecating way, like, haha, look how sad we are. At least that's better than nothing. But instead it's just, hey guys, look at this sick party that we didn't get invited to. This is like school all over again. Right, so I think that's about all we need to prove that he's doing this for the passion. He's doing this not because he sees it as possibly a lucrative opportunity to make a bit of cheddar and also to fuel his ego. I'm sure it's nothing to do with ego and showing off. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give me a private jet, please. That'd be kind of nice. This video is just basically a message to all the rich people out there. Don't have kids. I'm banning you from having kids. I'm making it illegal. Anyway, my Instagram, Twitter, blah blah blah, down below. Follow me there. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Anyway, yada yada yada. I'll never have a private jet, so see ya.